This is an important question to talk about when it comes to the chronology of the Passion. The reason why is because many people have not read the work by Petrie or my father, or people who are now starting to pick up Petrie's work. Okay, and the this chronology. And so what people are seeing is they're seeing a contradiction in the text. They're seeing a contradiction between what they believe is the Synoptic Gospels. So all three Synoptic Gospels, which they believe comes from one or two witnesses of the same witnesses, right? So they're all using the same witness in their chronology, as opposed. So in that view, the Synoptic Gospels are seen as one witness. They're not seen as three different witnesses. Matthew, Mark, Luke. They're seen as one witness. Okay, so you have one witness, and then you have John, who is a firsthand witness of the events. Okay, and he is in this view, he's opposed. He's opposed to the other view.
That's not how it happened.
Exactly. You got your days wrong, is what this view is saying. And so many scholars up until the 2000s held to one or the other. You either held to the Synoptic hypothesis or you held to the Johannine hypothesis. And one said that Yeshua ate. So the Synoptic hypothesis says that they ate the Passover, and that the next day, on the 15th of Nisan, Yeshua was crucified. Whereas the Johannine hypothesis says, no, Yeshua came into Jerusalem early. It's the 13th of Nisan. He knows he's not going to be able to celebrate the Passover, so he has an early banquet meal with his disciples on the 13th of Nisan, and then he is then crucified while the lambs are being slain the next day. And the unfortunate part about this is that if you're going to take either one of those, what you're saying is, to take the Synoptic hypothesis is to say the Johannine hypothesis is wrong. He did it for other reasons. Maybe it's he wrote it because he's trying to be theological. And whereas if you take the Johannine hypothesis, then it is saying, well, the Synoptic account is wrong. They got their days wrong. And so no matter what, you're saying that the scriptures are wrong in one way, shape, or form. What Petrie and my father and others have done now is they've said, no. If we understand the language of John, actually, he says the exact same thing as the Synoptics. He's just using language that the Jews in the first century understand. And then it maps this language and says, look, they're all the same. And because of such work, you have very good scholars now looking at Petrie's chronology and saying, you know what, there's something here, and we need to rethink the idea of Johannine versus Synoptic hypothesis.
And we're glad they're rethinking.
Absolutely. But the point is why the interest in it not being a Passover is because the people who are advocating for it not being a Passover meal are attempting to take the Johannine hypothesis and run with it. And they're trying to say this is the right hypothesis. What is the main push for the Johannine hypothesis? I can tell you, the main push is that people think that Yeshua had to be slaughtered or had to be crucified at the same time as the slaughtering of the lambs. I don't know why people think that. The text never says that. We can look at other sacrifices like the Yom Kippur sacrifice. We can, or the Sukkot sacrifices. Did Yeshua fulfill these? Absolutely. Was he crucified at those times? Absolutely not. So there's no debate about that. Yet people have no problem with that. So it's really a incorrect view to think that he had to be slaughtered. He had to be crucified at the same time the lambs were being slaughtered. Thank you so much for watching this video. Tell us your thoughts on this subject by leaving a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and enable those notifications. And we'll see you in the next video.